of a transcontinental video conference. It's the first transcontinental video conference I ever have heard about. We have learned from Corona and we have got used to video conferencing. And I think we should use what we have learned for the future. And that is why we are using the instrument of video conferencing to organize a meeting of the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the Robert-Bosch Comprehensive School, which deals with our work in Tanzania. I welcome you also on behalf of the members of the African Working Group of the Robert-Bosch Comprehensive School, my old school, and I'm also personally happy to be able to participate here today. I have enlisted some support. Nick Krzyzewski, my colleague, will support me with the moderation. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy that the Congregation of the Holy Spirit Sisters is represented here today by several sisters. I welcome Sister Josefa and Sister Johanna from the Charlotte Hospital and Sister Mary and Sister Martina from the Charlotte and Hildegard Health Center. And of course, I'm very happy to welcome Sister Eugenia, who is here today from the Mother House of the Order in Mammelsheim. The Lower Saxony Network, MIT Africa, is represented here by Tobias Rusteberg. And again from Africa, I welcome from Karanzi Secondary School, Mr. Nagama. Then on my list is Saidi Mbeli. I have Erasmus Lilanga, then Madame Nkrumah and the students Focus Kayucha and Miriam Bize. You are very welcome here. Then I also welcome other members of our working group. I'm pleased to welcome Kerstin von Werder, Axel von Werder, and Jochen Papsch will come later, and I hope Ulf Trombach will come just now, and his son Morten Krombach. I then welcome by name Anna Paulina Rosas Paris and Sibyl Marcel von Enser. And of course, I'm pleased that with Christine von der Recke, Henning Groser, Jürgen Zingel, and Matthias Reisner, colleagues are intensively involved. Erhard Thiesen also, and I'm also very happy to welcome Lydia Höllings and Lena Renken from the school's UNESCO group. As former pupils with African experience, I welcome Lotta Löwe and Morten Tombach. Also Ingwe von Werder will come a little bit later. Ingwe is one of students from the first generation of Africa drivers, so to speak. And I hope I haven't forget anyone. I see Mr. Höllings and some other people, Christa Bauermeister. I'm very happy to see you. And I don't know who. Now I have another screen here. I don't know who makes this. Nick, there's a problem with the screen. Okay. I hope I have not forget any people. Stephanie Gruner, you are very nice to see you. And maybe Christina, please help me if I forget someone.
Mrs. Simone Pelster, she's also there. She's now in Münster, but she was there in Tanzania in 2017, I think. Yes.
Okay, very nice. Okay.
Guys from NAFGEM, Wilfried.
Yeah, from NAFGEM I see Honorata. Hello, Honorata. Nice to see you, Honorata. And there's also Francis, but Francis is out.
Hello, Francis.
Now we can see Francis. Okay, hello, Francis. We are very happy to see you and that you are here with us.
Okay, Winfried.
Yeah.
Our sister Dorothea is somewhere. It's not to be seen, but he sees you. She sees you.
Okay.
Dorothea is also, but she's not seen.
Okay. Yeah.
Is with us.
Hello, Dorothea. Okay. Nick, I want to share my screen for a little bit. Is it possible? I will do it. Okay, I do. And now you can see our program.
Yeah.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. We have three
You see, wangu missing a picture.
three bigger slots. In the slot A, moderated by Nick, we want to look a little bit back in the past. Henning will show some pictures from a PowerPoint presentation, and then maybe the participants from St. Hildegard and Karanti and Lekrimuni and Naskem and Matthias and two pupils of us will maybe a few minutes tell us about what happened in the past when they was there, but not so deep, please. Only a little bit about what they are doing or what they have done there in Tanzania. Then we have Henning with a little bit music, and after this we started the slot B. Now we want to discuss a little bit deeper. We start with an input by Jürgen about a provocative question. If our exchange is a new form of colonialism or a good form of cultural understanding for both partners eye to eye. And after this, then we have two breakout rooms. In one of the breakout rooms, we discuss the questions, what do we get out of the exchange, and in the other breakout room, we discuss how involvement of us, like St. Hildegard's or school projects or FSJs, also free social years from Germany, help improve the situation of women and men in Tanzania. And Nick make the breakout rooms. In the first breakout room, Christina is a discussion leader, and in the other, Morten will do this. And then we come after 30 minutes. We will come back together, and then from this breakout rooms, we get some statements from Christina and Morten. Then Henning with music and a photo for 5 minutes. And then we start the third slot with our perspectives. At first, all together, no breakout room. At first, we want to discuss the question, what do we need? What the sisters need and the students or the teachers need when they come next time, what can be maybe a little bit better for good collaboration. And then after 10 minutes, we want to discuss the question needed by Matthias, is this future exchange possible for a good cooperation between students from Tanzania and Germany? We want, in this part, I think we look more to the students. Then Jochen, the third part, will tell us about the water harvesting ideas we have here in Germany. Made Sister Mary and the other sisters write to us to help them for water harvesting in St. Hildegard's Health Center. Then I get some few informations about the new school we want to build there. It's in the next week on Friday. Hartmut, Henning, and we will go to there and want to sign a contract with the sisters. And then, last but not least, Jürgen will tell us about the fence project for the primary school. After this third slot, Kerstin and Axel will show their film. For 10 minutes, they make this film in a few parts or a few times there was there. And after all, then we finished, and I say bye-bye to you, and I show you one picture only one picture, not the film, Henning, from Hildesheim. That's our program. And now, if it's clear, Nick, is it clear? Okay, then I give you, and we go to the first, to the A slot.
Okay. Okay, we'll start with a quick presentation. You see, it's only 10 years, and I want you to remember when we finish this time, only 10 years, and the astonishing things that happened in this time. The very beginning, the idea that we'll tell later on, Jochen Papp, he's not yet in our group. This shows the first sponsor run in front of our school. The students run, and then they gain money for this project. The first help, and there is written, we want to build a dispensary in Rekrimuni, near Arusha at Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. It's even to understand in Africa. It's written in German, and it was 29,000 euros which came together. And here we are already 2011 at the plannings. You see the first group coming there, and one of the first man who gave the idea to this project was Father Henry. You see him here. And then on and on, even in 2011, we started the construction. And you see here with the Messiah, the first constructions. And then it got on and on, 2012, electricity, and here you see the dispensary in 2013, and it's in the plain savannah, and we have a group. And in 2014, I was there, and I made a contract with Sister Yokunda, and we decided to buy the ground, the 5 hectares, and she managed to. I never understood this Tanzanian word tied to deed, but it is just the official registration of the ground for the Holy Spirit Sisters. And then it got on, and we built the fence, and the fence protected the grounds. And then we had a student group, and you can see them here, and you can see Wilfried as well, who planted 300 trees, acacias, oleanders, eucalyptus, ficus, papaya, lemon, and orange trees. And everybody, I think, even the sisters who are now joining us from Lekshimuni, they can hardly imagine how rough this area was and how green it is now. And then we had other projects, and in 2016, container made a journey from Hildesheim. This is in front of our school, and the students here, they designed the container, and it's still now in Lekrimuni under a roof, protected, but with these paintings. And the doctors and hospitals from our region gave a lot of material, surgical cutlery, and even an ultrasound machine. You can see it here. We are trying to start it here in the dispensary. And now in 2016, 5 years after the beginning, it's done. On the 28th of January 2017, the inauguration and official recognition of the dispensary takes place. In the future, and yes, and you can see the guests, the Maasai, the priest, and the delegation from the Siha district. And now, I think this mustn't be explained. You see, if you compare it with the first pictures, how green it became in this area. And you can see that what we didn't expect is that the Holy Spirit sisters built so fast a house for the sisters living there. And so the dispensary was active, really active. And here you can see the things which happened there. Here, this pictures is a vaccination campaign from the Tanzanian government. Here's some Maasai in the waiting room, checkups, and the hospital rooms. And the first name, St. Hildegard Dispensary, here it is. And no visit came with empty hands to Lecrimuni. And here we see the visit, Axel von Werder. He's brought a monitoring monitor, and he shows it to Sister Mary. And in the next step, with 30,000 euros from the money which the school gained for the German School Prize, it has won it in 2007, a community house will be built on the site. And we see the first works for this community house. And Wilfried Kretschmer is giving the 30,000 euros to Sister Dorothea. And I will say the idea is that in this house, the students who come from Germany can stay even at the Lecrimuni dispensary, and not only in the Kilari form. 19, and this is our neighbor, the primary school, and we are cooperating with them. And the students from Hildesheim paint walls and plaster holes in the floor. Many donations in kind go to this school from grade 1 to 7. And now the information house is finished. You see it here. But the sister started even to build new houses, and we'll see it later on. And these are ward houses for the patients, and there were constructed 3 of these ward houses. And then we always took wishes from Africa to Europe, and so one wish of the sisters was an ambulance. The patients who need more intensive medical care can finally be transported 20 kilometers over slopes from Lecrimuni to the Charlotte Hospital. And in March 2019, the ambulance is ready. You can see the German and the Tanzanian flag, the sign of the Holy Spirit Sisters and of the Robert-Bosch-Gesamtschule. And then we had to organize the transport, and we know that were 10,000 kilometers, and we divided this into 1,000-meter sections of 10 kilometers. And the students bought these 10 kilometers vouchers, and for 10 euros each, and so we got the money for the transport. And now we are with this car in Africa. And this is the picture I want you to look at. Down left here, the very beginning, and right up here, big picture, dispensary in Lekrimuni today. And I think it's for everybody who has seen this, it's very astonishing what happened within these 10 years. So I will close this now.
Okay. I think, yeah, I think Sister Mary or Sister Martina can speak a little bit about what happened.
Before Martina speak, I want to speak, Eugenia.
Okay, yeah.
Because not that I want to put them down, because I know from the beginning.
Okay.
First of all, I have to thank you all, because what you have done is wonder. It was just a desert, now it is an hospital. Each one of you must be happy and proud for what you have achieved for 10 years. It's miracle. So I thank you very much. It was idea, now it is Krankenhaus. Hospital, sorry. And we have tried, the sisters have tried also to add some buildings which we found that it is necessary. So we just combine together your idea and what we can make in order to bring it to be health center. Maybe I stop here. Now let Sister Maria speak. Thank you. Congratulations, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the behalf of the community of St. Hildegard Dispensary, we thank you for your kindness. As Sister Eugenia said, now we have started to register our dispensary.
It's the Charlotte Hospital, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No.
Yes, they are together.
Okay. Nick, I've sent you a mail. Mary, you have to open your microphone.
Unmute your micro, please.
Hello. No, nothing. Nothing. Hello. Yes, connection. Yes, yes. Okay, do you hear me? Okay, do you hear me? Hello? Hello? In the behalf of the St. Hildegard Dispensary, we thank you for your help. And as Sister Eugenia said, now we are trying to register from dispensary to health center. And the people around us are very helpful for your help, especially the Maasai, pregnant mother, elders. They are very happy now they can get the service. We nearly, instead of walking in long distance from Lake Rumuni to Charlotte, now they can get the service in nearby area. Due to this, now we are going to register to become health center. After the achievement of 10 years, we plan to do this so that we can help them. The service which we offer there are in outpatient services, laboratory services, and child care, reproductive health, and minor surgeries, and ultrasound. Our future plan now has currently completed the registration and waiting for the ministry approval so we can be health center. Also, we expect to have X-ray machine, dental unit, major operating theater, modern laboratory, alternative energy like solar energy and generator, digital computer, computerized for health system and internet, and laundry and washing machine, which help us to accommodate the services of our community. And also we aim to build mortuary. With special thanks, we thank you for all your idea of supporting us in different ways, like starting the Luca Fund, which help us in supporting the children in need, especially in NAF game. Also, we thank you for the established water supply and the electrical system. We thank you for the container which are helping us to move from one step to another, and now we are in this step. We thank you also for the ambulance which are supporting us to take care of the patients from St. Hildegard to Charlotte. Thanks for giving us this time. Thank you.
And Nick, I just see that Jochen Papsch has arrived, and he's sitting beside Kerstin von Werder, and he's the one who gave the idea for this dispensary, and maybe he can say a few words about the very beginning of this project.
Now I speak about the beginning. On the way back from a Kilimanjaro tour, my cousin Eckhard met two Holy Spirit sisters from Sanjayu in Tanzania. They told him that they are in need of a water expert to solve their water problems in Lake Muni. My cousin asked me, because I'm a water engineer, and introduced me to Father Henry. In several missions, I investigated the system together with Father Henry. Their recent water was smelting water from Kilimanjaro only. It flows as a small river to Sanya and to the Kilimanjaro farm. Most of it is used for irrigation by farmers in village, and the remaining portion for the population consumption, including the Kilimanjaro farm. The snow cap of Kilimanjaro and the availability of water is reducing year by year. The irrigation in a fluid system which consumes 10 times more water than in drip irrigation. In this phase, I met Dr. Wilfried Kretschmer, who was interested to find a foreign partner for as an occasion for operation for his school. I recommended the school in Tanzania, which is supported by the Holy Spirit Sisters in Sanyayu in Tanzania. This was the beginning of an intensive partnership between the RBG in Germany and the school in Tanzania. Meanwhile, Father Henry died. However, the relations between RBG and the sisters with the Kilimanjaro farm were strong enough to continue the cooperation.
Thank you, Jochen. That was the very beginning. It was even, I think, in 2010 about, and then very, very near, we started the partnership.
Lacrimoni is with Charlotte Hospital. They are together. Yeah.
Eugenia, we are looking for member of the primary school near St. Hildegard. Nick, when it's not possible, then please the other neighbor, maybe Nafken, because when I can, it's possible to say this. The idea was also in the school, and all members of the school, parents and students and teachers, to try to make a little bit against female genital mutilation on this way, and So we work together since this time with Natgen. Francis, can you speak a little bit to us about your?
Yes, good evening, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity. It is true, we started a long way with Robert-Bosch-Gesamtschule. All the students who came from the very beginning, they were opportune to hear from us about the female genital mutilation. It's true that NAFGEM is working in the community at Lake Rimuni, because most of them are from the Maasai community who are embracing the culture, the tradition, a lot of traditions, one of them being the female genital mutilation. The community is rich in different culture. Some are harmful traditional practices, like the female genital mutilation and child marriage. But others as well, they have very rich traditions, like they preserve their language, the Maasai, the way they dress. If you can look at them, you see the way they dress also, they preserve that one. And one of the strategies that we are using to fight against female genital mutilation is to make sure that the children at as early as 3 years up to 7 years, they come not to school as such, but they come to a center, a kindergarten, where they can play, they can socialize, and they can meet with teachers who will be able to kind of follow them up. And they can also have a meeting with the parents to discuss the issues of protection of the. These are socio-economic groups. They come at the center, and they learn how to make soap and other activities which will make them gain some income. Currently, we are having like 110 children at the school. They have 3 teachers, 2 are female, and 1 is a man. They are all coming from the Maasai community, because the children, it's good for them to interact with some people who can speak the same language, and that is what we promoted. And all these teachers they went through a Montessori training institute, so they have the skills, the Montessori skills. I bet, Wilfred, when you come, you'll input them more so that they can do more to the children. And these children, after they have qualified, they go into Lake Rimuni Primary School, which is like 5 kilometers from the center. As a matter of fact, our center collects children from very scattered family or households. They come very far away. And this is why from another organization, a German organization, Network Raphael, and also you contributed some amount to make sure that they have at least 2 meals. In the morning, when they come at around 10 in the morning, they have porridge, but also before they go home, they have some meals. Because that area is really very, very dry, and you have a lot of very poor community members. We are grateful to your school because you helped us, and I think Matthias and Matthias, Krista, and Winfred, all of you, Axel, can attest that you helped us building the shelter. One of the shelters were uprooted by the wind, but you helped us. You helped us to install that. You also helped us. You also helped us to make sure that we have some games outside, like the seesaw or the swinging games, whereby the children would play around. You also helped us with the planting of trees, when they come the last visit, the students from your school help the kindergarten to plant a lot of trees, some of them being fruit trees. So we are really grateful. We work in collaboration with the sisters at the dispensary, and we hope to continue working with them more as we move along. We really appreciate for the inputs that the services has came from your school, and we thank you so much, and looking forward to get more collaboration from your area, as the community actually is looking forward to have the kindergarten promoted into maybe primary school and maybe a secondary school, and probably having a dormitory where the children can stay and all those kind of services. So those are just a few remarks, and we look forward as we come. We are ready to continue collaborating with the students to make sure that at least you remember when you come and go, you were taking a lot of bags with you, bags like this kind. I think you remember. And you were either selling them or showing to the parents so that they can contribute to NAFGEM. We thank you so much, and welcome again. That is the bag, Matthias. That is the bag Matthias has. The bag's like this one. We thank you so much. Yeah, one of the things that we are looking at is also the issue of nutrition in that area. We are thinking maybe of starting a project, a nutrition project in Lake Rumundi, because when we happen to have a big project for the orphans and most vulnerable children, one of the approach was using nutritional services, and it was very good in schools. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we want I want to hear anything from the Karanzi Secondary School, and if it's possible from the primary school in Lake Rumundi at first. These are our guests, and I think they have to begin. And at first we hear of them. Yes. Yeah.
Hello.
Where's Odilo?
Yeah, present Moy.
Primary school.
Yes.
Primary school. Odilo? Okay.
Hello. Hey. Yes. Hello.
Hello, Odilo. Odilo, we hear you. All is okay. You can speak.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I congratulate you for this meeting, and I hope everything is fine. I hope to hear you what you tell me now, so that I can speak. Before starting, I can listen from you, then you can allow me to proceed.
Okay.
Yes. I want to hear from you, then I will proceed. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Wilfred.
Yes, I hear you. I see and hear you, Odilo.
Yeah. as I told you that my school is a Lekmuru Primary School, and so long we had a dream of having a fence so that we can create good environment, especially planting trees. We started indeed, but we failed because of most of Lekmuru natives are pastoralists. So we try to plant trees without success because animals are coming closer to school and it distract all trees. So if we will have a fence, our plan is going to be achieved because the fence will stop animals to get to enter in our school. The fence will help us to protect those teachers who are just living there. And via fence, we can germinate trees who will grow well, and we can establish flowers in our school, garden with the vegetables for lunch of our pupils. Also to create a good conducive area for our pupils to study. And also, if we have trees, as you know, Lake Rimuni area facing with drought. So if we will plant trees and it will grow well, so we can decrease the effect of drought. So trees will germinate well, and we can put our environment to be impressed well. So that is the result is our asking for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you too.
Thanks so much. My name is Mr. Bembeni. I'm a teacher here at Bilanz Secondary School. And on behalf of Bilanz Secondary School, first of all, I would like to thank you a lot and so much for the cooperation which we had here since 2016 until today. We actually benefited a lot of this cooperation. I don't know if I can mention all of them now, but mostly first we benefited from computer services, which we use them now in teaching and learning progress. Our students now are capable to use those computers with special programs which assist them in their learning. And sometimes teachers use those computers in the process of teaching sometimes. So that is one among of the achievement which we benefit from this cooperation. And another important is once our friends comes from Germany there, we do cooperate in one way or another, especially in the way how we live. We live together, we do share this and that, especially in the teaching subjects. They come and cooperate with us in the lessons. So they see what is going on, and sometimes they do advise us maybe a better ways of teaching and learning progress. And also we learn about our friends' culture. As you know that problems always are just within us. We peoples and we face problems made for us. So we do share the ways of how we do solve our problems by comparing our culture, maybe how Germans solve problems, and here in Tanzania, how we solve programs. And also, yes, and also we now in virtual journey. That is one among of the benefits. It's just changing ideas through visual, internet connections, and something like that. We do share a lot of things, and I hope by the coming days our relationship will grow stronger and stronger more than it was before. That is what I hope. And I also believe that maybe the coming days, maybe the coming year or whatever, our delegation from Tanzania maybe will come to Germany, since our friends used to come now for a couple of years. It's almost 6 years now. Yeah, they counting almost from 2015 to currently. It's almost 6 years. So I hope one day we will come to Germany and we will learn a lot as how our friends do to us. Just in short, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Absolutely.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Paulina Rosas Perez, as Nick mentioned. And I'm here with my colleague Sibylle Mache. And ENSA programs stays for Development Policy School Exchange Program. And what that has to do with this amazing meeting is that we've supported the project of making a school partnerships on the youngster level so that they can work together and learn from each other. And we work with public money. We are a program of a ministry of Germany. So we are pleased to support and to help the networking of all the actors in Germany, which works with school partnerships. As I've seen, have you spoken about your partnership? You have a lot of elements within, and ENSA program will provide you or has provided this partnership as support financially, but mostly, and we are proud of it, in the name also of mostly of Magdalena, this content support to reflect what is to cooperate with partners in Germany, and for the Tanzanian to work with partners in Germany and from the Germans in Tanzania. There's so much inequalities and different privileges we have in this world. So it's worth to reflect about how we work with another, with each other. And that's why we are proud of our ENSA program, because we have amazing trainers as Magdalena that support you on this thinking. It's a path work to be taken. It's a work each one of us and each one of the youngsters has to make. And why do the ministry and why do ENSA support this kind of school partnerships? Because as all the teachers here, no matter which country, we want to make of our youngsters, of our students, people that engage in their community, that they can look broader and with open perspective, be tolerant to each other. These challenges we have, social, political, are not just to be engaged by one person, but all as a team. And that's why the Ministry of Germany finances this kind of exchanges. And we are looking forward, what do you tell us about your virtual encounters. That was the alternative we offer the project, because normally we can finance travel abroad. They literally fly. So it will be nice if for the next partnerships, the youngsters of Tanzania can come to Germany. It's hard because right now it's kind of difficult. They have to be vaccinated, but I'm not talking about difficulties. But it's a dream. It's a dream you can make that they can come, and that's one of the main advantages of the ENSA program, that we finance these incomings where the South partners can come to Germany. So it may be a dream of your partnership to make it possible for these youngsters and teachers to come and to be prepared to come, and you to be prepared to receive them. That's amazing, the work, the part you are taking. And we are always happy to support you on the financial, administrative, and on the content. So having said that, I don't know, Sibili, can you just say hello so that they can see you? It will be nice, because we are a lot. Are you there, Sibili?
Yes, I'm there. I have problems with my camera.
Okay.
but hello, everybody.
Hello, Sibili.
Yeah. And Sibili and me, we are here because we assess the school partnerships on the north part of Germany. So having said that, I will go to my family duty, and it was really nice to hear the whole story and the path you are taking. And goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, it started pretty much with the offer that we got to build the hospital there, and they were looking for sponsors and stuff like that. So we had to adjust what we wanted to do and how big of a project it would be. We calculated at first a cost of 80,000 euros, which was like for the suspensory and nothing else. We didn't thought so far that the sisters had to live there. We didn't thought about all the other stuff like electricity and water so far as we got now. And we had like a draft of these 80,000 euros, and we're thinking like, how can students raise that much money? And did like kind of a business plan with the students. So we started to think about a project. I think around 5 years was the first planning to raise all that money. We worked faster than that. I think we got the money we first calculated in around 3 years. We found some sponsors in the economy, and most of the money came from the students themselves. They did different projects to raise the money, got some of them from the parents, some of them from friends and family. And we got together, I think, like 20,000 at first to build the base. And when we got the base, we decided we want to visit that. So me, Mr. Kretschmer, Carla Jemrich, and some other teachers as well went to Tanzania and met the first time there all the people we are now in contact with. The sisters, the church, the schools we were visiting. And when we visit first everything that was there and were thinking about if it's sufficient, we found a lot of flaws. For once, we didn't have like things like planned like a waiting room. The Tanzanian architect was never in medical business, so he never thought about patients needed to wait there. And it's really hot in the summer, so the sun is burning. We needed to do something like that. And we went bigger, like we got the extra part outside. And then the next problem was like, okay, we kind of getting a dispensary there, but where should the sisters live? So we had the next problem to adjust. It was like getting into it, we didn't knew how big it would get and how long it would take to fulfill everything we have now. And it's amazing to see that it's working, and it's amazing to see how many people are working together for all of this. So that's really impressive. And I love to see the difference. When I was there, it was like desert. It was nothing, no houses. And if you're looking around now on the photos, I wasn't in Tanzania since then. The total structure changed. So many village people moved closer. We have a lot of gardens, a lot of trees. It's really pretty around the dispensary, and I feel like it's really lively. I love that. So I'm really glad that what we started there, and I'm really glad that people are still keeping it up to finish what we started and to keep it running. So thank you all for all the effort.
Yeah, sure. So I was in Tanzania in 2016 for about 4 weeks, together with some students, teachers, and yeah, it was for me it was a huge experience. So I came there with some expectations, what I'm going to do and how it will be, and it was very differently than I thought it would be. So I personally learned so many things there. So first of all, like what kind of privilege it is to live in Germany, to grow up the way I grew up, but also yeah, I learned many things about the culture in Tanzania, and we were there. I don't know how many people we were, like about 20 in total. I don't know, I don't remember. And we were working together in the primary school, in the kindergarten, and also we were living on the farm, or like with the sisters together. That was very like we were living in a group that when we didn't know each other in the first place, there was yeah, new experience, but we got to know each other quite good. And yeah, we had some projects, some went very well, some not that well, but still we learned out of it. And yeah, I'm very, very thankful for that experience. And I'm still like in many situations right now, I remember back like what it was and what I learned, and it really helps me to understand many things in like this globalized world we are living in right now.
Thank you, Linda.
Yes, I can do it, but I propose to do it for 3 minutes because we are Okay, then have a little break, just relax a moment and don't hear any music. Yes.
Henning, eben kam was.
Ich habe yes. Kann man was hören? Ah. Das ist ja blöd. Tut mir leid.
Henning, da musst du singen jetzt.
Muss ich singen, wa? Nee, die Trommeln da.
Das ist schön.
Okay, also ich denke, wenn man das nicht hören kann, dann
Henning, man hört jetzt ein bisschen.
ist der Effekt, dann lasst uns in den nächsten Block starten. Ne?
Okay, that's enough. Thank you for the first. Nick? Okay. Please, may I introduce myself? But before, I want to send an address of welcome to all of the members of the meeting. I want to say Karibuni u Germani Hildesheim, or I want to say welcome or willkommen. My name is Jürgen Fingel. You know, some of you know me from my stays in Tanzania 2016 and 2018, and I'm a teacher at the RBG, Robert-Bosch-Gesamtschule, mathematics and politics. I'm not a native speaker, and so I'm a little bit excited that you will understand what I am saying and what I want to show you. I'm a little bit responsible for the next theme. We call it, please make a click, Nick. Oh, Nick is away now. We call it our exchange, a new form of colonialism, or a good form of cultural understanding between equals. So we formulated a little bit provoking the topic because, like Wilfried said at the beginning, we want to discuss deeper what we are doing and what will be the impacts of our doing. So I've written down 4 theses or personal experiences. You can see the first one, poverty but not misery, society in Tanzania. When I was in Tanzania, I watched the people, and I was fascinated seeing the people on the roads and the streets, lots of friendly faces, and the people, the way they carry themselves, upright posture, dignified. I was really fascinated, but I didn't see misery in the area where we have been. I don't know Dar es Salaam or other big cities. This is the first first sentence I wrote down. The next, please, Nick, is on our experiences we made in Tanzania the first time. I was astonished about the culture, about how people communicate and so on. And I really learned a lot about myself. And there was a student in 2016, not Lotta, but another student. She said, "Oh, I want to help. I want to help." And when I told her, "Please help yourself before you will help. It's better to know yourself, and so help or cooperation will be better than before." The next is the future of African countries is female. You see the activities of our sisters, of the Holy Spirit sisters. They are very strong, very tough in their activities for the society of Tanzania. And not only this, I could I read a book before I got to Tanzania the first time, and I never read a book twice, but this book was so interesting, from Henning Mankell, the famous Swedish writer. He deceased famous writer. He one of his thesis was what I written down, the future of African countries is female. And the last, but not least, sentence I wrote down, Nick, means it's the role of China. I remember a discussion with the headmaster of the second of Karanzi Secondary School in 2018. He told me about the increasing activities of Chinese companies in Tanzania, and it's like a form of how to manage aid, and the Chinese companies they do not make demands, they do, and of course they treat Tanzanian people not as equal. They follow clear economic interests, and it's maybe they are competitors, or maybe they are like a role model, but we have to know the role of China in Africa. Everywhere where we are, China has interests and so on. These theses, there are lots of more I could tell you, and you will have other ideas, and so we will discuss now in two groups. We will split up in two groups. The group one, Wilfried told us, please, Nick, make the next the click. Group one, what can we get out of the exchange? Participants, maybe pupils of the RBG, former pupils, primary lecture, and so on. Christina will moderate this part. And the next group, group two, if you want, can involvement like FSJ, FSG, help to improve the situation of women and men in Tanzania. For FSJ means Freiwilliges Soziales Jahr in Germany, and a gap year, a voluntary social year maybe, and Morten is asked to be the moderator for 30 minutes. So from my side, I told you some impacts and some sentences and fields, and so you may discuss them, and I wish you a good time together in your groups.
Thank you, Jürgen. Henning, in which room you prefer?
Two. In two.
You go in room 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I go in room 1. And it's not only Jürgen and Nick in the group 2. It's not only FSJ. It's in engagement like building a health center and so on. All the things we do there. Morten?
Yes, yes, Freshman, Mr. Temba. I am Mr. Temba. Meeting since you come in the project in the community, not only primary school is higher because of your approach here, improvement of teaching. And the learning process together with the all school environment and the buildings, because you normally have a cooperation together with the Germans in ICT programs and the students from German between two schools and the cooperation or the community group you can sing flag, the one who is really important to progress academic.
I don't know how to join in the room. Can you help me? With Vime. Which room was that? That was that one to join.
Nikki, group number group.
Yeah, okay,
One.
we are waiting for you to come.
I want group
Thank you very
one,
much.
please.
Can you hear me now? In room one, we need NASCEM and maybe one part of the sisters and mostly the Karanzi secondary school. We need them in room one, and how I can go back to, how it's possible for me to go back to room one? No, the Karanzi secondary school must be in room one. And one of the sisters have to go there too. Maybe they all are in room two. And Francis should go to room one. Francis should go. No, Francis, okay, in room 2. Sorry, I'm wrong. We need only Karanzi Secondary School in room 1. And maybe Krista and so. Okay, and send me to room 1 back, please.
Ich möchte, I want to go to room 1 and it doesn't, I haven't success, Krista. Room 1, I can't do it here.
Okay.
On.
Yes. Yeah, but wait. Wait. No. No, I'm not. I see the members of the breakout rooms here, and I'm not in a room. I'm okay.
First of all, I would like to ask Mrs. Sister Dorothy from the Holy Spirit Sisters about that point of view. Oh, you have to unmute your micro, please. On the screen, you have to unmute your microphone. We can't hear you.
At the bottom on the very left.
Yes, Matthias.
Hi, Rasina.
Yes,
Nice to see you. Wonderful. Focus is with you, or?
Well,
Sister.
maybe we ask Nick, could somebody write it in the chat to unmute her micro? Maybe you can organize it from the directive.
From the driver's seat.
Yes, that would be very nice.
It's Pascal.
Yes.
That would be so kind.
Sister Dorothea, can you hear us?
Matthias, I think she can.
but you had some headphones, and
Yes.
maybe she can show up. Dorothea?
Are you still there, or are there network problems?
Dorothea, can you see us? Then Christina.
Maybe.
Or tell us about that?
No.
Oh, I think maybe.
Ja, jetzt ist eine Direktübertragung und wir sprechen jetzt direkt, die hören.
Christa, du bist. Hat dich ausgeschaltet. Okay, Nick or Christina, it's not possible to unmute her.
So, well, my question is still there. What do you get out of the exchange? So I asked Odilo, our actor from primary school.
Okay.
About
Thank you for this chance. We have got a lot of ideas on how to organize with our students from making from the school. As you know, when you came, we shared some projects. People were very happy with your activities. So they have got knowledge on how to interact with the other, from teachers, also how to interact with themselves, how to establish another activities out of our classes, and so and so on. But from the teacher, they knew how to facilitate the pupils and how to reach their goals, how to mobilize to perform other activities out from school when they are going back home, to share ideas with their parents, how parents can afford a situation of education for their kids, and so and so. Also, from you with your group, of course, we have got more challenges on how to work hard so that you can success. We can exchange knowledge from Tanzania and German to visit each other, to learn some activities so that you can continue with better achievement in our school, also to enable the native of the community areas to know how are they going to achieve their dreams apart from working together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So
Thank you too.
I think Sister Dorothea is on air right now. Maybe she solves her problems and could unmute herself. So maybe we go on with the same question about the what do you get out of the exchange with Robert-Bosch-Gesamtschule, comprehensive school? Sister Dorothea?
Her microphone is open, I can see, Christina.
Yes?
She's speaking.
Sister Dorothea, do you hear me? but we can't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh, she's muted again.
Yeah, now she has muted. You see it, Matthias?
Yeah.
Okay. I see it too. Okay, Christina, no chance.
No. So, what a pity. So, don't worry. I would like to ask Lotta, as an alumna, we started in 2016. She already told us about the program, local project with global vision, about her personal benefit. So what did you get out of the exchange? We heard a little bit in your introduction in the former point or topic, but again, maybe you can focus it a little bit on the way how you get something out of our journey in 2016.
Yeah. So yeah, I will try to add a little bit on what I said before. So yeah, as I already said, so for me it was an unforgettable experience. It was, even though I visited many different countries, that was something completely different from what I've seen before or what I experienced before, because it was not just visiting a country, but also get to know the people, getting to know the culture. And what, so,
ihr auf eine einzelne Projekt klickt, sieht es zum Beispiel so aus. Das ist mein Projekt, das habe ich abgegeben, Bild ist da, YouTube-Link eingefügt und so weiter. Und ihr habt dann die Möglichkeit, beim Projekt zu voten. Könnt aber auch Feedback zum Beitrag geben. Die Projektgruppe bekommt dann diese Feedback und könnt diese Hinweise mit einbinden und ihr habt die Möglichkeit, einen Beitrag zu teilen. Auch könnt ihr mit den Pfeilen zu weiteren Projekten kommen. Ihr müsst einfach mal schauen, wie häufig und für welche Projekte ihr wählen könnt. Kleiner Hinweis. Alle paar Minuten wird das nochmal resettet, sodass ihr die Möglichkeit habt, für mehrere Projekte zu voten oder für ein Projekt mehrfach zu voten. Wenn ihr diesen Beitrag teilt, viele Menschen einiger abzeichnen. Ja, dann dabei. Bis dann. Ciao.
Really work together, because we can also learn many things. From the way that people live in Tanzania. It's not just that, we need to help, but we need to help each other to understand how we live, and also to understand how some things that we are doing in the global north may be destroying countries or the economy, for example. And only if we are in this close exchange, as we try to establish with this project, we can actually solve some problems that are on the planet, and I believe this is what I took out of it, in the end, that working together is the only option to kind of end poverty or also pollution problems, for example. Yeah.
So thank you. I heard it's not a more one-way road trip of our benefit. So it's a giving and taking in the country, being there. So thanks, Lotte, for this. So I switched to Tobias Musterberg because he's short of time and he has to leave the meeting quite early. So I introduce him shortly. He is the coordinator of the Lower Saxony network with Africa. And I would to ask him, does the physical exchange between the global south and the north is essential for deep understanding among all participants?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for having me invited to this conference. Well, thank you, Christina, for this introduction. You call this intercultural conference, but for me, it's more a family conference because I'm so impressed. I'm really inspired and really thankful. And I'd like just to answer the question, what do you get out of exchanges? Or is it necessary to meet each other physically? Of course it is, because what is the choice? The choice would be everybody stays on his own continent and we are continuing separated. But we have global challenges. For example, climate change. Climate change doesn't know a country or a continent. Perhaps you imagine, or I don't know if you have seen it in Tanzania as well. Some weeks ago, we had many catastrophes here in Germany with flooding, and it was really horrible to see that. And many people asked me, "Have you ever seen that?" And I saw, yes, I saw this, but only some years ago in the Philippines. So the catastrophes come nearer to us, and it's really our global challenge. The second answer would be, what do you get out of exchanges? People like Lotta, because I really like to listen everything you told us. For example, you talked about unforgettable experiences. You enjoy talking to people, to change perspectives, to work together, and I think these are the basics. You just have to open your heart, you open your mind, and if you give the hand to someone else, you can do so many things together. And you, Hildesheim, Robert-Bosch-Gesamtschule, and your partners in Tanzania, you show that, because you started with the desert, and now it's more than a garden, it's a health center, and it's in 10 years. So my question is, what will it be in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years, in 40 years? And I'm really proud to coordinate all our partnerships in Lower Saxony. We are at the moment 51 partnerships with 12 African countries. And myself, I'm in contact every day, but with West Africa, with Senegal. So it's more, I'm more from the French context, but I try to do it in English today. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I'm really well, I don't find real words for that, because what you are doing here is really creating our future. And our slogan in our own partnership is, if you reach the youth, you reach everything. And I think you reach everything, because the teachers and the sisters, your partners in Tanzania, the team here in Hildesheim with many involved persons, alumni. I think you are a network in the network, and you can inspire others. So I really want to congratulate you. I want to encourage you to continue. And if you are celebrating your 20th birthday, I'd like to take part again.
So, thank you very much. That's very kind. Yeah. Well, what about Mr. Pembeni? Talking about our project, again, our strongly worded question: what do you get out of our exchange? Maybe in the past and at the moment, and maybe for the future.
Okay, thanks so much. As I mentioned, my name is Mr. Mbeni, and I'm from Karansi Secondary School. First of all, I would like to to appreciate our exchanging programs and our relationship in general. As we know that now we are in program, we just communicate virtually until we started. It's like now 2 months, 1 to 2 months, we're in contact. But we see the achievements of what we are doing, not only physically, but we see it mentally. By the time goes on, our mind is used to grow up a day after day. Yesterday, I have been talking to my students. They told me that, teacher, we now free to talk to whites, people. But area they used to fear. You know, Salome, we were with her yesterday in a meeting. She told me, teacher, now I can be able to talk to white people. You know why? That's because she now believes that she can also speak to anyone else. Okay, so we are in program. Yes, of course, we are in program. We contact virtual, and what I believe to the next days to come, we can meet. I think soon you'll come here. Then if you get a chance to come there. So that is just one step ahead to our relationship, to our exchanging programs. And also, I would like to thank ENSA. I thank ENSA for supporting us to make sure that our programs just going as how it planned. Thanks so much. Now let me come to the question. The question asking is how can we just go out of the exchanging program? It's just achievements. Is always we just build something or something builded because of achievement. We always expecting on good things. So what I can say that for this almost 6 to 7 to 10 years, we just achieved a lot of things towards this exchanging program. First of all, as I earlier mentioned, here at Kalansi Secondary School, we have the computers, which we get these computers, laptops, through our exchanging program. So that means without our program, maybe we could not have these computers. So we have those now and we use them and students achieve something from it. And second thing is now we have some instruments and I hope we can use them later, and those who will come, the delegation who will come in October, use.
Improve the condition of females. Thank you.
I'm just thinking, what is the consequence of that, what Sister Josefa just said? Because when we are building the new school, should we prefer women? Is this the reality?
No, in the school now, they can just have only idea of building school for both female and male. But now you see the Tanzania not just favor the female much. So the idea is that to have something else to favor female so that they can do something more, because it was not honored as men. So the idea is that how to improve now the females to feel that they can do something. Thank you.
I will say that I'll say to what the Josefa just said. There is it's up to us, those who have already a position. This means those women who have got a kind of privilege to empower women. It's up to us. And you asked about the school, nursing school, which we are going to build, and the enrollment also, to see that women are getting more chance, because men are having many chances. They go for other courses, also electric, mechanics. So if we bring this of nursing, to see also that women get more chance. So together with what Josefa said and that the teacher said also, it's up to us to, we women, empower ourselves. We should not wait for men to come to fight for our rights. We must look for our rights and fight for our rights and also empower ourselves. So I understand also those girls who do not have much access in the families. So the women teacher, the women formator has to see to this. I'm also very sorry what the former president said that the girls, if they get pregnant, they should not go to school. This we have to speak. And I was so ashamed that women in the cabinet even raise a finger to support this. This is a very negative aspect. The women are saying, yeah, because she got pregnant, has no chance anymore. They didn't think the consequences they are telling. So some women, when they have chance, they turn to be men. So this we have to change. Anyway, I also tell the sisters have this responsibility also to educate the society, to empower women. Empowering of women has to be our mission.
Okay, and on the issue of economic strengthening or economic empowerment to women, I would like to contribute a clear example from Lekremuni village. Still, many are powerful on the issue of women economic. For example, you will find most of the Lekremuni women are going to work as a laborer at the village called the place where they are planting tomatoes. Maybe Sister Mary will help me. What's the name of that area?
Garinanyuki and Ngabobo.
Yes, Ngabobo. Women wake up at 3 midnight to go to Ngabobo to do the labor work and get paid of 3,000 Tanzanian shillings the whole night, and they come back in the afternoon around 2. Their families at home, they don't know what kind of meal their children got. Most of the children are at our center. When we conduct nutrition assessment with the center, we find a lot of children are malnourished because no one prepare a proper meal for them from the morning. So if the center did not provide meal, then we'll have the children who are not in the good health. So NAFGIM decided to start a small group of women and try to teach them how to make soap, to make beads, this bracelet and so on, because we have the market for bracelets outside Tanzania and inside Tanzania. We started to encourage them to do something like that. But as Sister Eugenia say, yes, yes, Jugen. As Sister Eugenia said, the enemy of a woman is a woman. Some of the powerful women, influential women in the same area, ask the same women, you get very little money from this soap. You get little money from this bracelet, and they stop that business. But when we go, for example, in the area like Simanjiro is in Manyara region, we start the same group, the same year, and now when you go to that society, even their husbands allow these women to go to NAFGIM to work and to campaign about our activity because they see the profit which their wives brought in the family. They change, for example, the roof of their houses. Now they are not sleeping in the cow skin, they have beds and so on. In Lekremuni still, there's a lot of, I'm sorry to say that there's a lot of ignorance among women to come up and decided to say, no, this is the end. Now there's a collaboration going there from the government and the organization called Kuyeko. I think they teach them about women's rights. but also NAFGIM get a little money from
and now the Tanzanian people, the Tanzanian students will see us here from eye to eye. That's beautiful, Christina. Yes, you did so much for it, and I'm very proud of you, Christina too. Yes.
Okay, I think that's a good so a last word. So time runs out and we will have to go back to the plenum in about this minute. I think we make a point of view there to summarize the ideas we have heard now, and thank you very much to everyone being in the room. So Nick wrote me that we should come back. Yes. So I think we go.
Wale watu wamekuja kuambia kwetu. Tulikuwa tunaongea.
I think we all are back. Wilfried is speaking, but we don't hear you.
Yeah, we are back. Oh, sorry. Christina, can you give us a small summary? Christina, you are not on air.
Okay. Yes, of course. We talked about the provoking proposition, strongly worded as the question, what do we get out of the exchange? And we get out that we are more in than a one-way road trip on our benefits is not only in the front. The best example gave us Mr. Pembini from the Karansi Secondary School. He talked that he is almost a white teacher because his benefit is in, yes, taking some practices from our German teachers. We had other point of views that we heard from Mr. Rustberg, that he is deeply impressed. He is the coordinator of the Lower Saxony program with Africa, and he is himself in a partnership with Senegal, and he was inspired by our familiar getting together, and well, we will have a meeting later at school, so he got a good insight from this meeting. So
thank you.
I think that's mainly our point.
Okay. Nick.
Morten.
Morten is in. Okay. Morten. Okay. Henning, can you help, please, and talk about us what happened in your room with a little summary, please. Henning, dein Ton.
The first time we discussed that it was seen from both sides, very positive, the exchange of this volunteer socially year. Sister Josefa from Charlotte Hospital and Francis from NAFGEM, they got contact with Morten, and both sides said it was for them very positive that this volunteer socially year happens. And then we switched to the human aspect that in which both sides learn from another. And then our African partners were got a kick from this, what Jürgen Zingel has offered. The future of Africa are the women, and we discussed the situation of the woman, especially in the area of Lekrimuni. Everybody of us who was there knows that you can see the woman in the morning walking with their baskets about 20 kilometers to the tomato fields, and then they come back and had for a whole day 3,000 Tanzanian shillings. And but the families have nothing to eat in this time, and it's really bad situation. And it was said that it is there must be an empowerment for the woman, and the reality in schools is not so as it is planned. A lot of women or young girls who go to school don't finish the school, and they get pregnant in between, and then they leave schools and they have no future. And that is the point at which we will have to work in future.
Okay. Thank you, Henning. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then we have to make we have to decide what to do, because we have not so much time, but we make at first a short break, and then we all together decide how we are going on. And thank you to Christina and Morten.
Ich frage mal, kann man den Ton jetzt hören?
Alles gut.
just want to ask our African partners if this is now the scene which we now have in Tanzania. Has the sun gone down now, or is it already dark in Tanzania? Because here the sun is just now sinking.
Yeah,
Now
it's dark
it is
already.
dark. It's
It
dark
is dark
already.
Okay. Henning, thank you very much, and thank you also to Jürgen. I forget it. Sorry, Jürgen. Okay. Now I want to share my screen with you. Is it okay, Nick? Okay. Now we have 10 minutes past 7, and the slot C is here, and you see what we have planned. And after this, we have a very good film from Werders. And what can we do? How many time do you have? Is it possible to use 30 minutes for all? 20 for this part, and Henning and Axel, please help me. I can see you.
The film is about 9 minutes, no longer.
Okay.
Ich denke, das geht, wenn wir das jetzt spielen. I think it's
Okay. What happened here? Christine, is this okay for you? Okay.
Of course.
Okay, then we try to finish at 40 minutes past 7. Okay, then we finish it. Is this okay for the sisters?
Okay.
Okay, good. Nick, your job.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Come on, let's start. I would have finished already, but okay, make a click, please. So the question you see, Nick told us just now. There is a nice picture I want to show you, and you see the group of from 2018 at Kilari Farm, and we have lots of fun, but we are very happy to stay there. It's a nice place, and the question is, what do we need? It's the meaning of from our side, from the side of the students and the teachers, and but the needs of the sisters is also very important. So I will put four points. We need good agreements on applications for our students. Means they have at Kilari Farm in Childhood Health Center maybe, or at dispensary St. Hildegard. This is very important to know it before we come to or go to Tanzania to Lekimuni. Another point is also very important: the payment for the costs of accommodation, food, and transport. We really have to know it 1 year before we come to Tanzania, because we choose students. We have to inform them about costs, and when costs are increase. It's really difficult. We calculate 2,000 euro for trip to Tanzania for each student, and this is very important for us to know it before. And of course, it's also important to know the rules of conduct. You know, what clothes are okay, or what kind of music is okay, not so loud, or maybe the rules we tell our students before we should discuss them together. And the last point is donations. We only can bring small devices, medical small devices, because you know, next time when we come to Tanzania end of October, we only will bring one suitcase with us. We are only allowed to use one suitcase, and you know, we have to we need the other suitcase for our clothes and so on. These points are very important. We have to make good agreements. I think we are in a good way, but maybe you, dear sisters, you will tell us to these points your opinion. And yeah, the next picture, or I want to show a good collaboration is our yeah, okay, you see, two sisters are dancing with us on the last evening, and two sisters are very I don't know the names, I don't remember, but if pictures shows faces like this, I think we have a good collaboration, and this is what we want to have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions or should we proceed?
I don't know.
No. I think Sister Dorothea is trying to speak, but it cannot get you.
Yeah.
I think before you continue, Jürgen and Christina, we have to go back to the last trip. That we have to say, call a spade and a spoon. Because I say that visit, it was not good. The way the teachers and the students left Tanzania, it was not a kind of happy event. Even Dr. Kreshman wanted to come to Mamos, and that we discussed, but Corona came, so it didn't happen. Now it is now a forum to speak. Then that is something little bit negative which came into the collaboration, but it will not be the end. And as I inquired from Tanzania, it is because of the payment, I think. Christina, you will help us more. What was it? Why it was such a bitter experience, or a painful experience? Even some people cried. And maybe you will tell, but I spoke with Sister Dorothea, and they also understood, and as we are planning, I hope they also said they will reduce the price. Why was it that much? It's because when the guests are coming, that sister is a kind of independent program. This the one who is taking care of the Mamani house. We don't have a fund to run that house, so it run by itself. So if the group is coming, they will pay, and then what they leave, they pay that much. So we better make it open now. What do you see that it will make a kind of harmony in this collaboration? I'm really sorry that it happened that much, but this is not the end of it. We have possible to make it much better.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your speech, Sister Eugenia. Thank you very much. I think that's very, very nice to be welcome, and that you think of that we are on duty when we come with our students. It's not a holiday trip. It's just, you know, we going in projects, and it's a really hard time. And so it's so good to be at Kilari Farm, to have a place, a safe place, with good meals, where we can sleep in safety. And so we will really appreciate to stay there. And so it is really important for the students and the teachers to be there in a cozy room, and going every day out like little lions to fight for better world and help a little bit. So it is very, you take a very important part to our project. So I just wanted to tell that to you. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Nick, we go on.
No, Nikki. Christina spoke it. She rounded it, but I would like to finish this and to give a kind of light. What shall we do to make this collaboration harmony way? There is a tension which you that time, and I think you can experience that last group you as the teacher. How shall we make it better? So better we talk together, because Dorothea is also in our group, although we don't see her, but she hears what we are speaking. Then they have come to up that if students will pay for maybe 15 euro a day, is it that possible or the applicable, or what shall we do? Harmony way. We are aware that you are coming for the project. The sisters are very much aware. Now, how shall the sisters do now? We know you are not coming for safari or for what is not tourist. You are coming for the project you are financing. Yeah.
I would suggest a meeting via like we do now.
Yeah.
In the beginning of 2022.
Yeah.
And then we discuss the points I offered or I showed before.
Exactly.
Is this okay?
I think okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eugenia. I think we should do the next point with Matthias.
Yeah, we already talked a little bit about this in the first room, I think.
Yes.
And yeah, we stated we will go on, of course, with the cooperation, maybe also via computers. This can be possible to reduce CO2 poisoning, but also, of course, in person. We will do this every year. And we can do little projects like with the Nachem kindergarten. We can sing little songs and play little games with Lichtemuni Primary. We also will continue the work, doing small projects like me, myself, my family, my life, my plans, my education, etc. So talking about identity, about future plans, about what goals do I have for my life? What makes a good life? So going into philosophical terms, maybe, and of course with Karenzi we can be on a different level because of the English, and of course we can talk about identity and diversity, about marriage, about finishing school, about university, etc. We could talk about, or should talk about, change of life. Everybody experiencing this at the moment, climate change, but also change in social life, in family life, and structure of the societies. So these are some outsketch of plans we may do together during the year. Maybe if we can also meet with the computers and once a year, or maybe twice a year in person. And so also in Germany, in Tanzania, we will see.
Okay. Thank you, Matthias. My friends, what do you think about when we stopped it now on this point? The topic water harvesting, a central project, we can share with you in another way. Also, the topic is a new school, a chance for youngsters. We will talk about when we come back. Henning and I, we go on Friday, and we informed you many times, I think, and the fans around the primary school, young, I think it's a project we know, and so we discuss it in our group. So I think we can stop now. We can finish now the slot C, if you agree. Do you? Okay, and then?
I didn't understand. You mean that we stop the meeting or what?
No. We stop only the slot C, and now we go over to the film from Axel and Kerstin, or from Kerstin and Axel. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that his work more than mine, producing the film, and it will show you, take you to the locations where everything takes place, and namely it's the time from 2050 to 2019, what has happened in this time, and you will see it as a small movie. So please, Nick, could I get this screen? Okay. Okay, it will take a while because I'm not so used to everything like you do. So wait. Last time it looks different. Why? Yes, wait. Moment. Erstmal Ton freigeben. Okay. Yeah, good. I do hear it, but you won't. I'll try it again. There it is. Okay.
It's the only thing that I know. Keep loving photograph. Where I never forget how I can't see.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind. And I can see through this, see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying.
First, we would like to commemorate Father Henry from the Holy Spirit Fathers, a good friend of ours, who died only several months ago. We miss him very much. The initiative for this dispensary would not have been possible without him. And we also commemorate Sister Yukunda.
Hasa kwa wanawake waliohitaji huduma ya matibabu kwa haraka. Hii ni zaidi kwa wanawake wajawazito na hali zao muda mfupi kabla ya kujifungua. Joshen Karsh aliishi
In the dark,
between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, heard it, darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shared my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just a secret, to carry love, to carry children of our own.
Der ist gar nicht da, der Wilson.
Dice que
Ja, meistens.
And all you have to do is sing along. Sympathize, but we are always what our situations hand us. See the sadness or euphoria.
€50,000. And 10 years ago, so the colleagues of the school thought that it would be a good. And let's see what it is.
No choose between reality and madness. See there's madness or euphoria.
Toll, also hat er super gemacht. Also so ist eine richtige Oase geworden, ne?
Mhm.
Also wenn man sich
Okay, that was
Kerstin.
here we are again.
Okay, sorry.
No, I don't want to say anything. I think everything is said, and you could see on the screen. And I hope that our African friends, our Tanzanian brothers and sisters, don't get the feeling that the collaboration is only a one-way ticket. We do get so much back from this cooperation with NAFGEM, with the schools, and also with the sisters. Especially to the sisters, I would like to say one thing. Remind that in Germany, we were not so close anymore to the church. And for the pupils, it's a very big experience to live in the convent, to see that living close to church, close to the belief is possible, and it is worthful. And I think that's a very important thing our students take back home. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think if on Earth everyone is looking after one other person at the other side of the globe, it will make the world more colorful and better and peaceful.
Okay.
Thank you, Kerstin.
Thank you, Kerstin.
Thank you, because I also wanted to share a little bit that when these young people are coming, one one student have told me, I have prayed so, I never prayed so much as I was in Tanzania. And I think it's my call to the sisters to see this aspect, to give the young people to experience the church and to get that value of the church, which maybe they are not practicing much. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I can. I want to say thank you to all. I think it's the first time all the stakeholders come together. We are working with one and with the other, but together. But after 10 years, it's the first time we all are together, and I think it's very important and it's very good, and I hope it will be very good for the future of the project. I hope it very. But I can see that there are young teachers and young people who continue the project, and it will be go on very very strong, I think. I'm full of respect. By myself, I'm full of respect of the working of the women and men there. I'm full of respect of the sisters in St. Hildegard. And I'm full of respect of the sisters in Charlotte Health Center and the teachers in Lecrimuni and in Carency. And I'm full of respect of Nachgen. I think they all do a very good work there, and it will be very good for our students to come together with them and with the students there. And we hope that the partnership between ours and theirs will be increased and improved.